Yeah, we have one orange and we have. Hang on. No, he's looking at the
Like
side.
to wear that on your jacket or something.
He likes to think he's an orange, but he's actually a blue.
It came about through Greg Wilson really coming to contact us. Came in to visit us at the Florrie, loved what we were doing, knew we were a charity, knew we were struggling to sustain the Florrie, and he wanted to do something to help us. So he suggested, would we be interested in staging a super weird happening here at the Florrie, which I'd never heard of before until he talked me through it, which basically says anything could happen at any time within 14 hours, and were we up for it? And yes, we were up for it.
This is basically a gathering of the tribes. You know, we've been going to a lot of countercultural events the past few years, and me and Greg on the Super West side meeting and connecting with people, finding the others basically. That's what we've been doing, you know, Discordian traditions and taking back culture. That's what this is about, you know, because the battle is for the culture at the moment, and I like to think that we're on the front lines.
I just love the joy on people's faces, especially the people who've been organising it, who have spent months and months of their lives of trying to pull in favours with no money and things like that. Can't quite believe it's actually happening. They have this look, it's actually come off. It's like they never really believed they could pull off an event as big and important and right as this. You know, it's just, everything feels great. And the people from Jamie Reid to Youth to Alan Moore, these are just unarguable good guys, you know. And, to get them all together to celebrate this little piece of Liverpool and to celebrate culture and what our culture could be, you know, it's just a great day.
It's a reunion, for one thing, of all the Festival 23 crowd and a lot of the people who kind of got turned on to this whole insane, strange mythology back when we did Cosmic Trigger in Liverpool in 2014. And so there's this sense of the tribes crossing, the threads growing. And also I think what's going on here is what I would call immediatism. And it's this idea that as a culture is in its nascent early stages, really what it's about is doing art for your tribe. Discordianism is really helpful in that sense as a kind of, as an ethos that says, you know, we're not taking it too seriously, you know, but we're kind of worshipping Eris, the goddess of chaos and confusion, and it's really just about everyone networking to inspire each other's highest creativity. That's all we can do. And events like this mean we gather, we all reinvigorate the mythology, we reinvigorate the connections, the amount of projects that will spring out of this very night, because I saw it happen after Liverpool.
We went to an event that the Northampton Arts Lab had put on, which Alan is kind of like a patron of. And then at the end, Alan came on dressed as this mandrill, with his hair all gold and everything, wearing this white suit. He looked crazy. And performed this Mandrilla Festo. Basically, we made it into a radio show, which is the last radio show before the apocalypse, presented by the Mandrill. And people are seeming to dig it. The whole concept of a baboon in makeup running the country seems a lot easier to handle to a lot of us than who are actually not running the country. You know, so I think it speaks to a lot of people, you know, the ridiculousness of politicians.
Everyone who's performing today is donating their time, their skills, their performances free of charge. There's probably about 90% of the people who are in the building now who've never been in the Florrie before, who've never been to Dingle before. So it's really important to us that people are coming into Liverpool late, people are coming in and seeing the Florrie.
There's a trickstery, chaosy, fun thing in Liverpool. It's the perfect place for a thing like this. It just ties in with so many other things, such as the Battersea Street myth. Everybody gets it. The notion that there's some creative force in the underground, underneath that, you know, where the Beatles formed in the cavern, and where Bill Drummond was making his sets in the basement of that building, and underneath there's the same creative force that was so important to Carl Jung. It's a sort of myth where people go, oh, I'm going to go there and do a thing, and I'm going to go there and add to it, this ever-thickening mythos around Discordianism in Liverpool and Matthew Street and something like that.
Today, April the 23rd, the stochastic pattern spontaneously generated is hexagram 23, breaking apart.
Of course, John Higgs's book is a massive part of what's going on here. The person to start bringing together KLF, Alan Moore, the Illuminatus, Ken Campbell, Liverpool, Doctor Who, all these kind of really vital threads, and to spin them all around, again, the manhole cover and the whole thing, and to really bring that mythology alive for a whole new generation and let people come in through, in a way, the part that was the most sort of popular culture through the KLF route. That's just woofed it, you know, that's reinvigorated things massively. And of course, the 23-year moratorium ends August 23rd this very year, and we know from their posters, we're back to Liverpool, we're back to the manhole cover, we're back to Jung.